Hey guys, this is another video, another hunt update. So, um, made another lantern, swamp witch kind of lantern. So I just want to show you guys kind of how I made this right now during the daytime. So, have one more that I have to hang up. Um, but basically, what you do is you just get like a jar, like a peach jar, glass one. Paint the in. I painted the inside, not the outside, because I think it was gonna be more protected that way. The paint from getting chipped and all that. So I do that, and then I take some creepy cloth, drape that over it, hot glue it from the lid, and drill a hole on the top of the lid, as you can see there. Got this string of lights, and feed them partly inside, and then part of it comes out. And then I take a little bit of like the edge of a bag, of a burlap bag, wrap that around, secure it with hot glue, and then finally going with uh, this type of rope that's kind of like the same material, but it's a little more rigid or sturdy. It's more sturdy, um, and I make a handle and I wrap it around the just below the lid of the metal lid. So I have a green one, yellow one, and a purple. And then to hide the string of lights so they don't just look like a string of lights, um, I took because these are LED, they don't warm up or anything. So I just took the same burlap piece that I put on the top, and I used some smaller uh, string that sometimes you could use for florist decorations, and I tied them with that string, and so that's how I made these. And like I said, I still have one more to make, um, but that's what I want to show you for here. Now, over on this other side where I had the cemetery, I'm gonna have the cemetery still there, but I'm gonna make it even better. Um, so something really interesting that I wanted to show you guys I got was free sheets of styrofoam. Some warehouse had them. They were giving them away. I saw them, and then I asked them if I could have them, and they said, "Yeah, for sure. Take them all if you can." So I took as many as I could. There's two there. There's a couple here, and there's two over here. And you can see I have all my props over here. Um, and even though it's this styrofoam that kind of like chips away if you really bang it with something, or you snag it on something, I still found a way of using it. So the right now he's covered, but so this is the ghoul that you've seen in some of my haunt videos of this year's display. You see the tombstones back there. Um, so I made this um, tomb for him, and I used the foam that I got for free to make this the siding, basically the whole facade around it. And then these skulls, I actually had them, and they didn't work. They're the kind that you stake them in the ground, and their heads are supposed to light up. Well, the wires were all torn up, so I just took the stakes off, and then I just made holes and mounted them in. Use epoxy. This whole all this foam here is actually secured with epoxy, um, and some hot glue was just used for temporary positioning. And then I just went over with like 2 layers of brushed on paint, and then I finally went over with this light gray. So I'm gonna do like a black wash on top of this. I have one more skull I need to glue back on over on this side, like that one over there. That's a Dollar Tree skull. I have another one that's gonna go here. The back on this side, I got trimmed all this back part off. There's a little piece on top. I got cut that as well where the wood is exposed. Um, but just want to show you guys kind of like how I'm using this foam, and so I have more to, you can see how I made some details like that into the foams and cracks. And I painted the roof. At least this side's mostly all painted, and I painted the back. So this is the other color I use. It's like a greenish. I don't know how good this is gonna come out. This might be a little difficult to see. I mean, you could tell right there between the difference of the wood and then the paint. So it's like a greenish gray color. Um, but it won't really matter too much because this whole area. So I'm gonna have the Big Lots zombie right here. So walk on this side. You can see a little bit how it was set up. So you can see how I carved the white foam and then I painted it with that green, and then afterwards I went with the gray. So um, this side I'm going to paint a little more. It's actually not too noticeable on this side. I mean, no one will really see it this side, but I figure I don't want the white of the foam to be showing, um, in case somebody does see it, which is going to be very, I would say it would be rare if somebody does see that. I just really don't want that. I also don't want the foam to be exposed and then the heat makes it all brittly, powdery-ish. So I think the paint will add just some protection there. So um, I don't have to do it with extreme detail on this side because nobody's really gonna see it. But just doing the coverage with the paint, I think is gonna be alright. So I'm gonna do that, and then back here you can see I put like 2 pieces of wood as like a spacer because I wanted the motor. If I could, let me see if I show it to you. It's kind of difficult. I could see it, but let's see. I don't know. You guys might not be able to see it. Just because where the camera is on this iPad, it's a little bit hard to get. Okay, all right, now you can see it. So the arm there on the top of the motor, when it swings, I don't want it to hit the back. So I put these spacers. So the idea is that it pushes this board away so it would not hit. Now I already had tested it. Mm, I would say about a week ago. I tested this and it worked fine. Um, and I just was like not too sure because this wood was warped in several ways. So I was like, I'm not sure if it's gonna, where it's warped, if it's gonna warp in. Um, so just to give me some more room for that arm of the motor to swing nicely, I just add those spacers, and yeah, so I have that, and then the wiring is all below, and I left this space underneath because I need to be able to get to those wiring. If for whatever reason I need to make any adjustments, or I just need to plug things in or unplug some stuff, I want to have that ability. And this area will be dark, so if during the haunt people are walking by, they're not going to see the bomb there because there's just going to be stuff right here. The only person that's going to have any access to that will be myself, and I'll be basically being able to go right where I'm walking, right here. Um, there will be something blocking this. So so where you see this at where my foot is, between here and the distance of that and the pallet, there should be something there blocking. So guests shouldn't walk on this. I'm going to be the only one who's going to be able to walk on this and actually get into the back of this prop. Now, since I have two of these are actually cement planters, but they don't have the holes on the bottom. So what I'm actually going to do is use those as the basis for my pillars that I'm going to have over here next to the next right here. So where you see my foot, basically one pillar is going to go here and the other one's just going to go somewhere where that metal pipe is at, that thicker pipe. Um, and then I'm going to have the cemetery sign above. So that's how that's going to work. So I just wanted to show you this because I was actually planning on showing you guys earlier um, what I got for free, but when I went to make the video, it was nighttime, and I looked at it back, and I was like, nah, I didn't want to do that, show you guys that nighttime video, because I think you just wouldn't be able to see as much as during the daytime. So I was like, nah, just do a daytime video, and so I did that, and so far, and I have still more work to do. And like I said, I still got one more lantern I have to make, and then I got some more of that foam I need to carve to have to position the other zombie I have out there on the platform. So yeah, so I'm gonna be busy with those things. I want to say I want to make another video with showing you guys my American Revolution 1/6 scale figures. I don't know when that one's gonna come out because I'm really working on a couple stuff right now. So um, I might be able to do a video on that like on a weekend, but like I say, I'm not sure. It's just when I have the time, then I'll do that. So stay tuned for those videos and see you in the next one.